Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sam's podcast. Sorry, we are kind of late to the stream, but we got a watch party of the 14-ranked Houston Cougars and the Oklahoma State Cowboys, I think. Right now, it's 18 minutes. It's loading. There we go. 18 minutes to go in the first half. It's right now a tie game 2-2 between Oklahoma State and Houston. Alright, so far no team has been able to score besides their first 2 points, and that's a missed 3 by Oklahoma State. Defensive rebound, Houston. And Houston will get that 2-pointer, making that 2-pointer was number 11, Joseph Tuckler for Houston. And there's the 2 for Oklahoma State. We're tied again 4-4. That was a 2-pointer by Oklahoma State's number 33, Abu Usman. Or Usman. Whatever. But yeah, 16:45 to go in the first half. We're tied again 4-4 here between Oklahoma State and the 14-ranked Houston Cougars. That's a miss 2 by Houston. Offensive rebound. And 3-pointer looks like, or no, Cryer passes it to Tuckler, it looks like, and he misses it. It's a blocked shot. Oklahoma State with the rebound. They have the basketball. They have an attempt to gain their first lead of the game. And just a reminder, folks, this is the first conference game of conference play for both teams. For both Houston and Oklahoma State. 16:10 to go in the first half. Still tied 4-4. Oklahoma State was just fouled by Houston, so Oklahoma State will shoot a pair of free throws at the line. Number 25, Robert Jennings at the free throw line for Oklahoma State. He makes the first free throw. They are now up 5-4, their first lead of the game. Also, by the way, let me real quick pull up the live chat. There we go. Okay. So now anyone can come on in. Robert Jennings was a transfer. From Texas Tech. And makes both of them. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. And Oklahoma State leads the 14-ranked Houston Cougars 6-4 with 16 minutes remaining here in the first half. Once we go on commercial break, I'll talk some MLB news. But rebound Oklahoma State as Houston misses a 2-pointer there. Oklahoma State missed 2-pointer there. Rebound Houston. Looks like Tuckler is trying to find a shot right now, and that will be rebound by Oklahoma State, but a foul, I think, was called on someone, and that'll take us to our first time out of the game. Oklahoma State over 14-ranked Houston 6-4 here in Stillwater. we're on commercial break, so I'll let you guys know that MLB news that I was going to let you guys know about. So, the Washington Nationals made two moves. Yes, the Washington Nationals made two moves. They agreed on a deal with Trevor Williams to bring him back, pitcher Trevor Williams, and they also brought back first baseman Josh Bell on a one-year deal. Now, here's the big question for the Nationals as far as Josh Bell is because they already have a first baseman. If you guys don't remember, they went out and traded for Nathaniel Lowe. I may have mentioned this, I may have not. If I didn't, then sorry, I'm mentioning it now. Nathaniel Lowe got traded from the Rangers to the Nationals. In return, I think the Rangers got like a bullpen piece or something. But Josh Bell was their main first baseman before they got Nathaniel Lowe this offseason. So Nathaniel Lowe is probably going to be their main first baseman. Now the question is, here's the thing: is Josh Bell's probably going to be their primary DH going forward. Now, for as long as they have Nathaniel Lowe, he's probably going to be for at least this season. He's probably going to be their primary DH, and then they may flop him in between DH and first base, in between like days off and stuff for Nathaniel Lowe. But yeah, just thought I would quickly tell you guys about those two moves right there. We're back here on. They're back from commercial break. Big 12 basketball between 14 ranked Houston and Oklahoma State. Mm. 15:29 to go in the first half. Oklahoma State leads 14 ranked Houston 6-4. I need to get comfy. I'm gonna be here for a while. But as you guys may have read down there at the bottom of the screen, assuming it's down there for you guys, we changed the name of the channel. It's now called Super Sam Sports Encore. Out of bounds, it'll stay on this end for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. But yeah, we changed the name, so what I'm going to be talking about on this channel is everything about baseball, basketball, football, all this stuff, okay? So I'll be breaking it down for you guys. Oklahoma State for 3, off the mark, rebound, Houston. Houston with the basketball. They need a 2-point shot here to tie the game. They can get a 3-pointer to get the lead. Get the lead back. Well, what that was. Alright, still remains 6-4. Houston looks like they're trying to find some room here against this Oklahoma State defense. Houston, and there's a steal by Oklahoma State. Wait, what? What's happening? Okay, so a steal by Oklahoma State, but I guess a foul of some sort was called. I can't tell what. Oh, the Oklahoma State player tried catching it on a pass. They tried catching it, and they ended up missing it and deflecting it out of bounds. So, or what? Okay, it's still Oklahoma State ball. I have no idea what just happened there, but 3-pointer missed. Houston with the basketball now. Houston rebound. They need a 3-pointer to get the lead. They need a 2-pointer to tie it here. Juwan Roberts has the basketball. Keeps passing it back and forth. And a 2-pointer. We're tied 6-6. Juwan, number 13, Juwan Roberts. A 3-pointer for Oklahoma State. Long three. Misses. Off the mark. Houston defensive rebound. And they have a shot to gain the lead right back. 2-pointer for Juwan Roberts. 8-6 Houston. High off the glass, and there's a 2-pointer for Oklahoma State. We're tied 8-8. That was Oklahoma State's number 2, Arturo Dean, with the 2-pointer. Arturo Dean with the 2-pointer there. Houston trying to find some room here. Passes it for 3. Banks it! A 3-point shot for Houston. 11-8 Houston. That was number 7, Milos Uzan. That's a 3-pointer for Oklahoma State. That is missed. Houston with the basketball. Houston for 3. Off the mark. Oklahoma State defensive rebound. If people are just joining in, welcome, welcome. Cooper says, nice NASCAR on your table, buddy. Oh. I just now realized that. That's funny. Okay, what's happening? I just now noticed that. That's funny. But yeah, 2-pointer for Oklahoma State. It's now 11-10. 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's number 6, Brandon Newman, is who made the 2-pointer there for Oklahoma State. Houston with the basketball. LJ Cryer is the guy that has the basketball for Houston. Passes it over to number 22 or 23 or some. And that'll be out of bounds, and looks like that'll be Oklahoma State basketball, and that'll take us to the second timeout of tonight's game. Houston leads Oklahoma State 11-10 here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and talk. And while we are on another commercial break here, but actually, one thing I do want to mention, now that this is called Sports Encore, Super Sam Sports Encore, let's go around and talk about baseball, basketball, football, and all that stuff. So, we start in the NFL. So on Wednesday, Christmas Day, December 25th, the Baltimore Ravens pulled off a basically blowout against my Houston Texans, 31-2. The Kansas City Chiefs as well also beat the Pittsburgh Steelers to clinch the number one seed in the AFC playoffs this year, 29-10. And then on Thursday, December 26th, the Seattle Seahawks won against the Chicago Bears in Thursday Night Football 6-3. Low scoring game there. I was kind of surprised. I thought there would be more scoring there, but apparently not. Anyway, so moving on Saturday, December 28th, Los Angeles Chargers pulled off the win over the New England Patriots 40-7. Cincinnati Bengals pulled off the overtime win over the Denver Broncos 30-24. The Los Angeles Rams pulled off the win over the Arizona Cardinals 13-9. I will read the rest after this. They came back from commercial break. So I will get back to that. I have the tab still opened up there. But let's get back to it. 11:45 to 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half. 14-ranked Houston leads Oklahoma State by 1, 11-10. Oklahoma State drains a 3. Oklahoma State gets the lead back 13-11. He'll stay on this court for Houston. Went out of bounds, but it'll stay on this court for Houston. On this side of the court for Houston. I gotta get comfortable. I'm gonna be here for a while. Alright, 11 minutes and 8 seconds to go on the game clock here in the first half. 13-11. Oklahoma State over 14 like Houston. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Houston for 2. Off the mark. Oklahoma State rebound. 2-pointer for Oklahoma State is good. 15-11. Oklahoma State over 14 Houston as they bump their lead up by 2 points right there. With a 2-pointer by number 6, Brandon Newman. And they blow the whistle. They blow the whistle right there, so they can wipe up a spot on the court. Wipe up a wet spot on the court. All right, 15-11. Oklahoma State over 14 like Houston. 10:38 to go in the first half, and this is what we will also be breaking down. Doing like commercial breaks and stuff is like what? Because think about it. Oklahoma State with defensive rebound, and that is a 2-pointer. 17-11. A 7-0 run right now for Oklahoma State. That was number 24, Patrick Sumnick with the 2-pointer right there for Oklahoma State. And they lead 17-11, 10-18 to go in the first half over 14-ranked Houston Cougars. I know David's not happy right now. I don't know if they're watching the stream or not. But that was a 2-pointer by Houston. It's now 17-13. That was a 2-pointer by hold on, they'll show me here in a second. That was by number 11, Joseph Tuckler. Once again, Joseph Tuckler. And that's a steal by Houston. Houston with the 2 drains it. 17-15. And they're right back in it. 9:40 left in the first half. Both teams have turned it over a total of 3 times so far in this first half. Houston for 2. We are tied 17-17. Number 13, Juwan Roberts drains the 2-pointer right there. He's now has 6 points on the day. He's now 3 for 5 in field goals. And there's a missed 3-pointer by Oklahoma State. Defensive rebound. Houston. Juwan Roberts with the basketball for 2. Off the mark. Oklahoma State defensive rebound. And that looks like will be a foul on that might be a foul on Houston. Looks like that will be a foul on Houston. I'm not too sure, but it might be. Juwan Roberts. Has a career here with the Cougars of 124 wins, most in program history. That's insane. That's honestly insane. Insanity. Oklahoma State for 2. Misses. This is shot clock violation. And it'll be Houston basketball. And while we're here doing this live stream, live watch party, chat, I want you guys to, if anyone's still there, I want you guys to type in the chat, what is your score prediction for this game? I'm going to go ahead and predict mine. Oklahoma State defensive rebound right there. I'm going to go ahead and predict mine. I'm going to say 84 to, I'm going to go ahead and, this game's actually pretty close, so I'm going to say 84 to 76. Houston. It didn't send. I don't know what. Okay, there we go. 84 to 76, Houston. That's my score prediction. Chat, let me know yours. As they are on commercial break right now here. Hey chat, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. Alright. So I'll be right back. This car right here will keep you occupied. Alright, this car will keep you occupied. Okay. I'll be back. Well, sorry, David, I accidentally hit your playing car. Alright, 7:49 to go in the first half. Still a tie game, 17-17 between Oklahoma State and 14-ranked Houston. Both teams are 8-3 overall coming into this first game of conference play for both teams. So, yeah. But no, that thing I was bringing up earlier was we'll be talking about this during like commercial breaks and stuff. And like about like if Houston wins this game, what do? You know, they gotta win. The next game, not the Blaney car. Oh wow. Whoops. Oh wow. Alright, we're still tied, 17-17. I'm gonna be honest, not too much. Also, let me screw up my chair real quick. I'm gonna be honest, not that much offense here from both sides, from both teams so far in this game. Hopefully that changes, but I just want to put that out there because I've noticed that. That's a 2-pointer that was missed by Oklahoma State. Rebound Houston. That's a 2-pointer missed by Houston. Oklahoma State with the rebound. At this point, we're playing a game called Who Can Miss the Most Shots. And there's a steal by Houston. Bad pass right there by Oklahoma State. Houston with the basketball now. Cryer with the basketball for two. Misses. Oklahoma State basketball. Houston basketball with the steal. 2-pointer. 19-17. 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State. 5:50 to go in the first half. That was 13-ranked Juwan Roberts with the two. So if you can't tell what I was doing there, I was kind of stumbling mainly because 8-0 scoring run right now for Houston, by the way, in this game. And a turnover on Oklahoma State. It's Houston basketball. What I was mumbling there for was Oklahoma State got the rebound, but the guy fell over. And he was trying to roll it to his teammate, ended up rolling it right to Houston, right to one of the Houston players. So that's what happened. 3-pointer, Houston off the mark, Oklahoma State basketball. 5:25 to go in the first half. If you're just joining in, welcome. This is the live watch party of the 14-ranked Houston Cougars and the Oklahoma State Cowboys in both teams' first game of conference play. 3-pointer drained! Houston! Whoops. 3-pointer Houston! 14-ranked Houston leads 22-17 over Oklahoma State. Alright, looks like Houston just fouled Oklahoma State, so they'll get a pair of free throws at the line. At the free throw line for Oklahoma State is David is in the chat. Let's go. Finally, you showed up. To answer the question that he just asked, yes, I did. I had to go to the bathroom really badly. That'll be they only make one free throw shot there for Oklahoma State. It's now 22-18. Houston leads Oklahoma State 22-18. 4:30 to go. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Houston with the basketball, trying to find some open room here. Oklahoma State with the steal, but now fumbles it. Houston recovers with the Houston recovers and gets the steal right back. Cooper says, "What? Huh? Did you go pee? See in the face? Purple. Oh." 4:05 left in the first half. Oklahoma State basketball. Houston just let him roll it up the upper halfway court. Oklahoma State misses that. Alright, Cooper, which is, I believe, my dad. You can clarify that. Cooper, clarify who you actually are, because I believe you're my dad, but I can't fully actually tell. However, you predict Houston 85, Oklahoma State 80. That's a pretty good prediction there. Yes, that is the Blaney card. It's a commercial break now, but it was actually up here while I was going to the bathroom. It was actually up here. David said talk about Ryan Blaney at the half. Okay. Sure. Where's Joe in the mix of this? David, I want you to call Joe and say, get in the chat. Unless he's sleeping. Don't wake him up if he's sleeping. If he's sleeping, then let him sleep. Cooper said Cooper Connection is your dad. Okay. Okay, now I know who he is. Okay. Just checking, just checking. I can't believe I'm doing this, but you guys wanted the Blaney car, here he is. That's all you get. For right now. Until maybe my next bathroom break, then maybe I'll put him up here. Alright, back. Alright, they're back from commercial break. 3:46 to go in the first half. 22-18, Houston over Oklahoma State. This is by far going to be the longest stream I've done so far today. Or sorry, not so far today, but so far my entire YouTube career, sort of. This is going to be the longest stream I ever do. Or I've ever done so far. And we'll be doing the same exact thing tomorrow, because tomorrow is Baylor playing Utah and Kansas playing West Virginia. So we'll be live tomorrow commentating on those two games as well. So we'll be live for a couple more hours tomorrow as well at 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Houston for two off the backboard and 24-18. Houston of Oklahoma State. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. 2:50 to go. I can't tell who that was for Houston that shot the 2-pointer. One done for the Cowboys there. 2-pointer missed. Houston basketball now. There's a 2-pointer that's blocked, but offensive rebound by Juwan Roberts. I think that's Juwan Roberts. That might not be Juwan Roberts, actually. Whatever. A foul is called on Oklahoma State, I think. I think a foul was called on Oklahoma State. Alright, Houston will inbound it. Houston will throw it in from the sidelines. Five seconds left on the shot clock for Houston. Houston with the hook for two. That was Juwan Roberts. 26-18. And that'll bring us to another timeout. 1:53 to go in the first half. That's a timeout call in Oklahoma State. 1:53 to go in the first half. 26-18. 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State. Here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, in the first conference game of Big 12 conference play for both teams. I don't think they're going on commercial break. They're just taking a quick 30-second timeout here. But they're not going on a commercial break. Juwan Roberts on the season is averaging 7.7 points a game. Tonight, so far, 10. Not that bad. 10 points so far today. So that's pretty good to start off the game. Pretty good. Chat, I want you guys to type in the chat some ideas for us to do during halftime. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to see us do at halftime? During them at halftime. One thing I do want to talk about is the NFL scores. I haven't been able to talk about the rest of them. And I will do that once they take a commercial break here again. And that will either be at halftime or just before halftime. I'm assuming probably during halftime. Alright, missed shot right there by Oklahoma State. It's Houston basketball. It's Houston basketball. Two-pointer, Houston off the backboard and in. And they lead by 10, 28-18. Houston over Oklahoma State. 59 seconds to go here in the first half. And that looks like it'll be a foul on Houston right there. Looks like it'll be free throws for Oklahoma State. Most likely, maybe. Oh no, Oklahoma State will just throw it in from the sidelines. Oklahoma State. Out of bounds. And it'll stay right here with Oklahoma State. It will stay right here with the Cowboys. 48.5 to go here in the first half. 10-point game. 14 Houston leads Oklahoma State 28-18. And Oklahoma State inbounds it, and 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Cowboys. 2-pointer off the mark. Houston rebound. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds left in the first half. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. About probably like a 6 or 7 second difference between the game clock and shot clock. One to shoot. Shot clock violation. 6.4 to go in the first half, and a shot clock violation on Houston. That is Uzan with the shot clock violation right there for Houston. Oklahoma State basketball. 3-pointer off the mark, and that's halftime. 14-ranked Houston leads Oklahoma State 28-18 at halftime. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking for more offense for both teams during the second half. That was not that big of an offensive first half right there for either team. So, looking forward to the first half. But yeah, while you guys are still chatting, while you guys are still talking, typing in the chat on what you guys want to do during halftime. David says talk about Ryan Blaine at halftime. Okay. Well, before I do anything, I want to talk about things that have been going around, like scores and stuff. So, we start in the NFL. So, Sunday, the Buffalo Bills beat the New York Jets by a final score of 40-14. Las Vegas Raiders beat the New Orleans Saints 25-10. New York Giants beat the Indianapolis Colts 45-33. Philadelphia Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys 41-7. Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Carolina Panthers 48-14. Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Tennessee Titans 20-13. Miami Dolphins beat the Cleveland Browns 20-3. 27-25 Vikings over Packers. Washington Commanders won in overtime over the Atlanta Falcons 30-24 to clinch a wild card berth. So they're officially into the playoff. They're officially in the playoffs. Or they're officially guaranteed in the playoffs as a wild card team, as one of the wild card teams. But yeah, let's close that tab and yeah. If you guys want, we can talk about some NASCAR stuff. We can talk about Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, and all that stuff. So let's pull up NASCAR.com. Alright. So there have been some news that have been going around, but not that much. Not that big, but some. This is a big one right here. NASCAR has revises the practice and qualifying format for 2025 Daytona Speed Week schedule is set. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. So this is another question. So this is another thing for David, since he is also a NASCAR fan. They have redid the practice and qualifying format for 2025. They've also announced the schedule is set. The schedule is set for the Daytona Speed Weeks in 2025. This is per NASCAR. This is by Zach Albert of NASCAR.com, published 18 days ago. So it says NASCAR officials released updated. Zach Albert, is that right? Yeah, Zach Albert goes on to write. NASCAR officials released updated practice and qualifying procedures for the 2025 season on Thursday, expanding practice time and moving to simplify starting lineup rules across its three national series: Cup, Xfinity, and Truck. The move closely coincides with Thursday morning's release of race weekend schedules for the first portion of the 2025 NASCAR schedule or calendar. Those schedules include the events and timing for the week-long run up to the season opening Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 16th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:30 p.m. our time on Fox and MRN Radio and the Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, which will include a just-announced 50-minute practice session on Wednesday, February 12th. The most significant changes for practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and Craftsman Truck Series include: group practice goes from 20 to 25 minutes, single round qualifying at every track except for super speedways, which will still implement a final round of time trials for the fastest 10 cars. Starting position based solely on qualifying results rather than row by row designations according to qualifying group. Oh, babe is getting sleepy. Alright, you want me to talk about Ryan Blaney? I will. Okay? I'll break down Kyle Busch. I'll break down Chase Elliott. I'll break down Ryan Blaney. Alright? Here's my opinion. Alright? So, if we take a look at the schedule, alright? We take a look at the 2024 schedule. Ryan Blaney. Kyle Busch didn't win a single race. We know that. Ryan Blaney, he won no races in February. No races in March. No races in April. No races in May. He won his first race in June in the Iowa Corn 350, powered by ethanol at Iowa Speedway. That was his first win. Was back in June. He also won again in July. In the Great American Gateway 400 presented by VisitPA.com at Pocono Raceway. He didn't win in August. He did not win in September. In the round of 16, he did not win. In the round of 12, he did not win. In the round of 8, he won in the Xfinity 500 at Martinsville Speedway. He finished second. In the championship game to his Team Penske teammate Joey Logano, who ended up winning it all this past season in 2024. But yeah, so Ryan Blaney had a total of 1, 2, 3. He had a total of 3 wins this season, that including his win in Martinsville in the last race of the round of 8. So he had a total of 3 wins on the season. Chase Elliott. Let's see what Chase Elliott had. So Chase Elliott did not win in February, did not win in March, did not win in April. He won in April. He won the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400 at Texas Motor Speedway. He loves Texas. He did not win in May, did not win in June, he did not win in July, he did not win in August, he did not win in September, he did not win in the round of 16, round of 12, round of 8. He got eliminated in one of these rounds, I'm pretty sure. I believe it was, like the round of 12 or round of 8 that he got eliminated. So, I know he got past the round of 16. It might have been the round of 12. I'm like 90% sure it was like the round of 12. But, yeah. As we, let me see. So what does hold on, let me close this tab. Here we go. So what does Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, and Ryan Blaney need to do in order to possibly upgrade and get better before 2025? Well, it's simple. For Ryan Blaney, look, they were really close in winning the championship. As painfully that is to say, they were really close into winning this past season's championship. They just missed out thanks to his Team Penske teammate, Joey Logano. But they just need to get a whole lot faster, I feel like, in 2025. Now, they were already fast enough this year, but if they do want to actually if they want to compete, they've already been competing, so I can't really say not competing. But if they want to win a championship, they have to win. They have to get faster. Their car has to get faster. They need to build a better car, or they need to build a faster car. Their cars were already fast, but they need to get faster. Coop says, ouch, that was painful. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, Ryan Blaney may be the GOAT. Yes, David. Ryan Blaney may be the GOAT, but he still needs to get faster, alright? The only reason he missed out on winning that race against Joey Logano was because simple. He wasn't fast enough. He wasn't faster than Joey Logano. Alright, Joey Logano knew his tricks and stuff. Joey Logano knew when he was going to go down low. He knew when he was going to go up high. So, Ryan Blaney, and this goes for the same with Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott as well. Sorry, Joe. But this goes for the same with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch. Is their cars need to get faster, and they need to come up with better tricks up their sleeve to trick the drivers ahead of them, behind them, whatever. They need to come up with better tricks. They need to get faster. And yeah. Another Busch. Now we're talking about Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch. Another thing that he can work on, better pit crew. Alright? Better pit crew. This entire season for Kyle Busch has just been terrible pit crew. Even Daddy can mention it. Yeah, I'm sure he did let his teammate win. Anyways, and Daddy will even mention it in the chat, I'm sure here. Kyle Busch's pit crew was bad this past season as far as getting him in and out of the pit super quickly. They couldn't do it. Every single pit stop I feel like took like a good 10 seconds or so. Took like a good 9-10 seconds or so, maybe even 11 or 12. So they have to get a whole lot faster with that. They have to get one, get a better pit crew, or two, that pit crew just has to flat out learn how to react faster, act faster, and move faster. Because everything about them was just slow. Everything about them was moving slow, going slow. So, yeah, I don't know. But that's something they can work on. But moving on to Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, look, He only won one race. In this entire season, he only won one freaking race. That's all he won. And that was back in I read that was back in like April. So yeah. He's gonna have to get faster if he's gonna wanna win more races here in the game here in 2025. But the second half is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Houston wins the tip-off. Houston wins the Houston gets the basketball to start the second half. For three, misses. Oklahoma State basketball. 2-pointer off the mark. That'll be out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Houston basketball. I'm also just now realizing that we've already been going for an hour and 1 minute and 25 seconds now. Houston has the basketball, looking for some room. Emmanuel Short passes it. 2-pointer off the mark, and it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on Houston. Oklahoma State basketball. I'm looking for both Houston and Oklahoma State to have better offensive to have a better offensive half, to have a better half on the offense here in the second half. Because I'm going to be honest, it was kind of a low-scoring half for both sides of the basketball in that first half. So, Houston for two. 30-18. Houston over Oklahoma State. That was, I believe, Juwan Roberts, I think. Yeah, Juwan Roberts. I believe so, yeah. Oklahoma State misses it. A blocked shot by Houston. Houston blocked it. Still remains Oklahoma State basketball, but nice block right there by Houston. I can't tell who the player was, but nice block right there. Whoever it was. 2-point Oklahoma State misses offensive rebound. And still offensive rebound. And Oklahoma State basketball. And 2-pointer off the glass. Off the backboard. A 2-point shot. 30-20. 30-20. Still a 10-point game here. Houston for three. Drains it! 33-20. Houston over Oklahoma State. Milos Uzan. 10 points on the day already for Uzan. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. That's how I pronounce it, but I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right. At least it sounds correctly. Oklahoma State drains a three now. Back to a 10-point game, 33-23. David said about 5 minutes ago, back-to-back for Team Penske. I mean, yeah, they did go 1 and 2. Logano finished 1. Blaine finished 2. 3-pointer by L.J. Cryer of Houston. That's now 8 points on the day for him. 2 for 3 from the three-point line, from 3-point field goals. 36-23. Now Houston leads. Oklahoma State, deep three, and offensive rebound. Misses, offensive rebound. 2-pointer, off the mark. Defensive rebound by Houston. Houston basketball. 16-20 ago in the game. 36-23, 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State, Crier for 3 off the mark. Oklahoma State defensive rebound. That is yet another turnover on Oklahoma State. It'll be Cougar basketball. Oklahoma State's head coach is not liking the call right there of that turnover. Nothing's new right here. Houston's head coach, Kelvin Sampson's yelling at something. Nothing new there. Two-pointer Houston, LJ Crier, 38-23. Now Houston's on a roll. Houston with the steal. Manuel Sharp, deep 3, but misses. Offensive rebound. A 3-pointer off the mark, and that will be out of bounds. Last touch by Houston. Turnover, Houston. Oklahoma State basketball. That'll bring us to our first timeout of the game, of the second half. 15-19 to go in the game. 38-23. 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State. If we go back to that tab, ESPN, I want to talk about some NFL scores. So, right now happening, Monday Night Football, 6:13 to go in the second quarter. 49ers lead the San Francisco 49ers lead the Detroit Lions 21-13. The 49ers have the football for first and 10 on San Francisco's 35. If we take a look at some college men's basketball scores. So 16-23 go in the first half. 17-ranked Mississippi State leads Bethune-Cookman 11-7. Colorado leads 3-ranked Iowa State 3-0 with 19 minutes to go in the first half. 17 minutes to go in the game. It's 45-42, 23-ranked Arkansas over Oakland by 3 points. Close game there. And then, of course, you got our game. So the games that have happened so far, 2-ranked Auburn beat Monmouth pretty easily, 87-58. Kansas State beat 16-ranked Cincinnati, 70-67, just barely. Upset them. So Cincinnati starts the conference. Starts Big 12 conference. Starts 2024 Big 12 conference. Starts Big 12 conference play 0-1. Kansas State 1-0. Western Michigan lost to 18-ranked Michigan State, 80-62. Pretty easy win there by Michigan State. And then coming up at 9:00 p.m. on ESPN Plus, the 19-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs take on Pepperdine. Pepperdine is 0-1 to start off the West Coast Conference play. Gonzaga's 0-0. So if Gonzaga can win this, they'll be 1-0. Gonzaga's lose this, they'll be 0-1. Pepperdine loses this, they'll be 0-2. Pepperdine wins this, they'll be 1-1. But yeah. Going into the game, of course Gonzaga has the is the favorite here to win this. Gonzaga matchup projector says Gonzaga 95.8%, where Pepperdine is only 4.2%. So yeah, I'll get back to that in a little bit here. Joseph, Joe, just typed in the chats. Shout out to Joe in the chat. He says Kansas won't turn over the ball. No, he won't. No, they won't. Kansas won't turn over the ball. 15 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the game. 38-23, 14-minute Houston over Oklahoma State. I can't tell if you guys can tell, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. Three, Oklahoma State, 38-26. A three-pointer by Oklahoma State. Hold on, it'll pop up here in a second. It might not, who knows? Might not. I doubt it will. Houston for 2, off the mark. Oklahoma State, defensive rebound. Three-pointer by Houston, off the mark. Oklahoma State rebound. And that. Okay. Oklahoma State basketball. Shout out to the people that have stick around for an hour and 12 minutes now. We've been live for an hour and 12 minutes now. And once again, for those just joining, this is a watch party of the 14-ranked Houston Cougars and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 2-point Oklahoma State off the mark. Houston rebound, that is LJ Cryer. That is LJ Cryer with the basketball for the Cougars. Oklahoma State with the steal. Dunk! A dunk on Houston. A dunk on Houston. It's 38-28. Three-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma State with the rebound. Houston has not been able to make a shot here in the last few minutes or so of this so far here right now. Houston has been on a scoring slump so far. It's like they were scoring and now they can't seem to shoot the ball. And Oklahoma State goes out of bounds, but I guess it was touched by Houston. So it'll stay on the Cowboys side of the court. Shout out to everyone in the chat. David, Daddy, David, Joe, my mom, my dad, everybody. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Once again, this is a watch party of the Cougars and the Cowboys. I find it interesting that both teams have a C in their name, Cougars and Cowboys. 2-pointer Houston, it's now 40-28. It's a 12-point lead for Houston. Joe says UH is not good. Not good year. I'm going to be honest with you, Joe. I feel like that's one of those things where it's a little, for me, You can say that, but for me, it's a little bit too early to say that stuff. Because I say that stuff and then it comes and shoots me right up in the butt. It comes and, or no, it, it comes and bites me in the butt because they all of a sudden are really good. So I don't like saying that stuff, just because it's still too early in the season. Again, this is just their first game of conference play, so you can say that, but I won't say that. All right, let's get back to the ESPN tab here. Let's go back, and now I want to talk about some MLB. Oh man, oh that sucks. Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter died at 100. That stinks. Alright, anyways, so I want to first talk about this right here. Red Sox mulling six-man rotation with revamped pitching staff. This was by ESPN. This was wrote Associated Press, by the Associated Press, I guess. This was made today, actually, at 8:07 p.m. our time. So actually, not too long ago, a few minutes ago, actually, 8:21 p.m. right now. So it was a little bit ago, but not that long ago. I can't tell. Associated Press on Associated Press News. Okay, so that per the Associated Press says the Boston Red Sox, who struggled to find five dependable starting pitchers last season, are considering a six-man rotation in 2025. The Red Sox chief baseball officer Craig Breslow said, quote, "We have had some conversations." Monday, in his comments, in his first comments since trading for starters Garrett Crochet and signing free agents Patrick Sandoval and Walker Buehler. I'll get back to that because Joe says, "I don't care. UH is not good. Ohio State are better than you think." I will agree with that, Joe. I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Ohio State surprisingly has came out and I don't want to say the thing I said about Blanco, but they're definitely having a better start to this year, I feel like, than they did last season. In fact, if we look, Ohio State men's basketball. So the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team, last game they played Indiana State, they won 103-83. Their next game is conference play, their first game of conference play, I think. Oh no, sorry, they've already had two games of conference play. That was against Maryland and Rutgers. Rutgers, they lost 83-59. Maryland, they lost 83-59. Rutgers, they won 80-66. So they're 1-1 in conference play. They're 9-4 overall. 9 wins, 4 losses. The next game is 7 p.m. on January 3rd on Fox against number 18 ranked Michigan State. And yeah, and I will admit Oklahoma State is good. 9-4, yeah, 1-1 in conference. Now they are playing They are playing Michigan State, who's 2-0 in the conference so far, and 11-2 overall. But still, Oklahoma State has a chance to upset them. Has a chance to pull off an upset here. Oklahoma State seems good. I will agree. Yes, like Joe said, new coach. I feel like that's helping them. I feel like the fact that they have a new coach is helping them. I feel it. Excuse me. Too much talking. I feel like they needed to get rid of that old coach. I feel like that old coach was not helping them any good. So I'm happy with what Ohio State is doing. 10:33 to go in the. But in the meantime, it's 10:33 to go in the game. Mylik Wilson's at the free throw line for Houston. He just made the first free throw. It's now 41-29. And he makes the second. It's now 42-29. 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State, 42-29 with 10 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the game in the second half. And don't forget, I'll be live again tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Don't worry, I won't be late to the live stream this time. That was only because we were doing something with ESPN. That was only because we were logging into ESPN. But I'll be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time, our time, commentating the Baylor-Utah game and the Kansas-West Virginia game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see David, Joe, and everyone there. It's going to be super exciting. I am really excited to have that. I'm really excited to have that live stream. What I'm probably going to do, since all my stuff is up here, since my entire podcast setup is up here, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to set up the Baylor game on the TV and bring up my other computer that's downstairs right now. Bring that up and put the Kansas game on there because I have YouTube TV on my computer downstairs. So I'll just do that. But yeah. Nine minutes to go in the game. 44-32. Houston over Oklahoma State. Rebound Francis for Houston. Oklahoma State misses that shot. I just now realized we've been live for an hour and 24 minutes and 45 seconds now. Under 8:20 left in the game. Houston with the 2-pointers, now 46-32. They extend their lead over the Cowboys. That was number 5, Javier Francis with the 2-pointer there for Houston. And the whistle is blown to wipe off a wet spot again on the court. Okay. Timeout on the floor. 7:55 to go in the game. Houston with the lead. 14-ranked Houston with the lead over Oklahoma State, 46-32. But yeah, I mean, so far, Houston. So far, Houston looks like they've got a good lead in this game so far. They got good control over this game so far. It's just a matter of can they hold it and can the defense hold up for the rest of the game. That's the question. But we open up another ESPN tab here. Let's see. So Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen to start versus the Patriots to continue streak, I guess, of starting games, I guess, this season. And then he'll sit. So per ESPN, per Elena Getzenberg, hope I'm saying that right, of ESPN, posted at 5:08 p.m. 4:08 p.m. our time. She goes on to write, Buffalo, New York. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen will start Sunday's Week 18 game at the New England Patriots to keep his consecutive start streak going. But then soon after come off the field, Coach Sean McDermott said Monday. The final regular season game is Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. our time. CBS has no playoff implications for the Bills 13-3 with the number 2 seed in the AFC already clinched, so the game can serve as a bit of a bye week for some players. The Patriots would clinch the number 1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft with a loss. So if they lose, technically, if the Patriots lose this game against the Bills, it's not actually the worst thing in the world because they get the number 1 pick in the NFL Draft for 2026. So that's actually, sorry, for 2025. So that's actually not for next season. So that's actually not that bad. But yeah, we'll get back to that in a sec. Leading scorers for Houston: Juwan Roberts, Milo Suzanne, and LJ Cryer right now. 7:13 remains in the game. It's 46-32. 14 ranked Houston Cougars over Oklahoma State Cowboys. Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for conference play. Conference play is going to be so exciting to watch, to live stream. I'll be watching it with you guys as well. So that'll be fun. I'll be watching the Baylor games. I'll be watching the Kansas games. I'll be watching the Houston games. It'll be a lot of fun. In fact, I can just look up right here. ESPN. Homepage. Houston. Joe says, okay. Oh, Joe says Oklahoma State is no good. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma State, and you see the comment I just said there. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma State, look, Oklahoma State is not, they're definitely a team you would expect a team like Houston to handle. Surprisingly, Oklahoma State has been keeping this fairly decent. I mean, like Houston's only leading by like 14 points right now. So, but yeah, 6:08 to go in the game, 48-34. Houston over Oklahoma State. They went to a commercial break there. What was I talking about? Shoot. What was I talking about? I have no flipping clue what was. Oh. I was gonna look up Baylor's schedule, Kansas schedule, and Houston. Let's start with the Baylor Bears. Men's basketball. Baylor Bears. 25 ranked Baylor Bears. Alright. Oh, did today the new rankings come out? Today might have been the new rankings. Okay, hold on. Let me real quick take a look at those rankings. Ooh, okay, so the top 13 actually stay. Kansas stays at 7. The top 13 actually stays. Houston moved up by 1. They're 14. UCLA moved up by 7. They're 15. Cincinnati moved up by 1. They're 16. Up by 2 is Mississippi State. They're now 17. Michigan State stays the same. They're at 18. Dropping by 5 was Gonzaga. They're now 19. Purdue went up by 1. They're now 20. Going up by 5 is Memphis. They're now 21. Illinois went up by 2. They're now at 22. Arkansas stays the same at 23. Ole Miss went down by 8. They're now 24. And Baylor remains at 25. And this is exactly what I was talking about, because I was sitting there telling you guys that that I doubted that Baylor was going to move up just because of a win against Arlington Baptist. Arlington Baptist is like Division II, Division III basketball team. So, I mean, heck, it doesn't even show their logo. So, it doesn't even show their logo anywhere. So, it doesn't even show their logo. So I wasn't expecting Baylor to move up just because they won against Arlington Baptist. They have to win tomorrow against Utah in order for them to move up in the rankings. If they lose, all they're going to do is just fall back out of the rankings. So they need to win tomorrow against Utah. But anyways, let me, whoops, here. Let me do this. So Baylor. Baylor Bears. Alright. So after after Utah, they got Iowa State. They have to win that game. That's going to be a really tough game for Baylor, just because Iowa State has always played Baylor tough, and not to mention, it's in Iowa as well. That's going to be really tough if it's in Iowa as well. We're not the home team in this one. So, and then after that, they got Cincinnati at home. Then Arizona State in Arizona, and Arizona in Arizona as well. So, kind of a tough start to conference play, but it's alright. That's what you expect in conference play. 5:14 to go in the game. It's 50-34. 14-ranked Houston over Oklahoma State. Houston shooting free throws. I guess it was a technical foul in Oklahoma State because there's no one on like the sidelines of the free throw line. So LJ Cryer makes those two free throws, so it's now 52-34. 52-34, but yeah. 52-34. If anyone's interested, tomorrow is the day where the college football quarterfinals begin. Penn State against Boise State, Texas against Arizona State, Ohio State against Oregon, Notre Dame against Georgia. But yeah, so if we take a look at Kansas. So after West Virginia, they got UCF. And then they got Arizona State, Cincinnati, Iowa State, Kansas State. So they kind of got the easier path to start conference play, but it's still must-win games. If we take a look at Houston, after this game, they got BYU, then TCU, Kansas State, West Virginia, and UCF. So they also kind of got the easier path to entering conference play, just like Kansas. 4 minutes to go in the game. 14-ranked Houston leads Oklahoma State 55-34. or 32. I have no idea. But yeah, so we can delete that tab. So McDermott said, we're reading the rest of this article. One of the things that we know is very, very important to Allen is his consecutive start streak, if you will, and it's important to him for a great reason, McDermott said. He also quoted, he wants to be out there with his teammates, and so he will be out there for a very, very short lived amount of time, and then he'll be off rather quickly there. Quickly there. Mm. Very quickly there. McDermott said that for the rest of the team, it will be a mix of normal starters and some guys who we want to take a look at as well. Since 2000, Allen has the 11th longest start streak among quarterbacks and the longest active streak. Jared Goff, who will start a 51st straight on Monday Night Football, is the next closest. Allen has started 104 consecutive games and has not missed a start since his rookie year, despite dealing with a variety of injuries over the past 6 seasons. Allen, who is 28 years old, has led the Bills' offense to the most points, 509, and touchdowns, 63, in franchise history. He has the fewest interceptions, 6, fumbles, 5, and sacks, 14, behind an offensive line that is performing at a high level of his career. McDermott said, quote, I'm not surprised by it. The conversation we had, it was rather brief, but it was the first thing that he shared was that was important to him, McDermott said. He's been well decorated. He's been well decorated to this point and will continue to be well decorated as he moves forward, and the honors he'll get, and rightfully so. I think it's pretty cool when this type of stat, if you will, is one of the top things on his mind. McDermott said he is hopeful that injured players such as safety Damar Hamlin, rib, and wide receiver Curtis Samuel, rib as well, can return and get some playing time against the Patriots. As far as deciding the amount of participation for other players, including potential records to be set, McDermott said they will be aware of all the circumstances. So yeah, let's close that tab. 3:45 to go in the game. 55-34, 14 wins Houston over Oklahoma State. Both teams 8-3 on the season. Houston holds on. They'll start off conference play. They'll start off Big 12 conference play 1-0. Oklahoma State will be 0-1. In fact, actually, hold on. If I take a look, Houston. Oh wait, shoot, hold on. ESPN. ESPN. 3:20 to go in the game. It's 58-36. 14 Houston over Oklahoma State. That was LJ Cryer that got those points for Houston right there. That got those. I'm assuming 3 points right there for Houston. Fifth start of the third quarter. 15 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lions have the football. First and 10 on the Detroit 47. 49ers are leading the Lions still 21-7. First and 10, Detroit 47, 14:54 to go in the third quarter now. But no, what I was going to look up was the Big 12 standings. So, Houston, let me see. So, the only teams that so far are 1-0 or 0-1 in the conference are Kansas State and Cincinnati, because earlier today Kansas State played against Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost. Kansas State's not 1-0. Cincinnati's not 0-1. But Baylor's 0-0. Houston's 0-0. Kansas is 0-0. Oklahoma State's 0-0. So, yeah. We've been going for an hour and 47 minutes now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. Houston leads Oklahoma State 58-39. And a foul called on Houston. They'll put Oklahoma State at the free throw line for a 1-1. For a 1-1 attempt. Next up for Houston, they go to BYU on Saturday at home. Oklahoma State, they hit the road for Morgantown. They play at West Virginia. Yeah, Oklahoma State plays. Oklahoma State. After this game, Oklahoma State goes on the road to take on West Virginia. Yeah, on the road. And after that, they head back home to take on the Kansas State Wildcats. So, yeah. 1 minute and 16 seconds to go in the game. 14-ranked Houston Cougars lead the Oklahoma State Cowboys 60-41. 60-41. if I take a look, that was mainly what I was looking at ESPN for, was to see. That was mainly what I was looking at Baylor's schedule and Kansas and Houston and stuff for, to see what days are those on. Houston's next game against BYU, that is on January 4th, 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus. That is on Saturday. Yes, Saturday, January 4th. Oklahoma State is fouled with 25.2 seconds to go in the game. They'll go to the free throw line. 14-8 Houston leads Oklahoma State 60-45. Baylor's game against Iowa State after Utah is also at 1 p.m. on CBS on Saturday, January 4th. Kansas after tomorrow. The next game is at 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus on January 5th against UCF on a Sunday. So, yeah. There, folks, that is going to do it. They're just going to drain the clock now. The 14-ranked Houston Cougars pull off the win over the Oklahoma State Cowboys and win the first game of Big 12 conference play, 60-47 over Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State starts conference play at 0-1. And Houston starts 1-0. 1-0. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, Houston's now 9-3. Oklahoma State's now 8-4. There you have it, folks. That is going to do it for me. That's going to do it for tonight's watch party of the 14-ranked Houston Cougars and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. I will be live again. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time for the 7th-ranked Kansas Jayhawks and the West Virginia Mountaineers, plus also the 25th-ranked Baylor Bears and the Utah Utes. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Have a good rest of the night, guys. Peace out.